welcome back. Targeted attacks on Indians and their places of worship in Leicester and Birmingham has sparked concerns among the community members. The anger against such hate attack is now being felt in India too. VHP held a protest in Delhi outside the British High Commission, asking for protection to be provided and seeking justice.
I would warn the UK government that jihadis are nobody's friends. They are a risk to democracy, they are a risk to freedom of speech and expression and of peaceful coexistence. We have written to the Prime Minister of England and are submitting a memorandum today to take note of these things and take suitable action of those persons.
Now, the rise in hate attacks has been condemned by political leaders across party lines.
ये बर्टेन के साथ हमारी है तो उसको मेंटेन करने के लिए जरूरी है कि जो सरकार वहाँ की है इसका जल्दी संज्ञान ले ताकि आइंदा इस प्रकार से हरकत ना हो। ये लोग किसी भी देश में जाकर के इस प्रकार का माहौल बनाने की कोशिश करते हैं। उसमें कौन सी एजेंसीज इन्वॉल्व हैं, वो मिलिटेंसी की जो साथ संगठन है लश्कर-ए-तोयबा या इनके भी वहाँ पर कहीं ना कहीं एजेंट बैठे हैं, इसको जल्द रोकना होगा।
It is very unfortunate the British government has failed to maintain law and order and provide security to the Indian citizens. The British government must provide security to the Hindu religious places and Indian citizens, and for that, Indian government should ask British government, Prime Minister Modi should ask British government to provide security to the Indian citizen and Hindu religious places from the Pakistani miscreants.
Now, in the wake of rising incidents of hate, British MP Bob Blackman has written to UK Home Secretary calling for increased security arrangements in these areas. And Mr. Blackman is now joining us live. Mr. Blackman, thank you for speaking to Times Now once again. Good evening to you. I just want to understand from you, what is your view of what happened in Leicester and then in Birmingham?
I think the problem is in Leicester and Birmingham in particular, the communities, be they Hindu, Muslim, Sikh or other religions, actually get on very well together. It has been mainly external people coming into the area that has caused trouble. They stirred up people at a local level as well as causing trouble for the temples in particular. Very sadly, social media has been used to spread downright lies. The police have had to step in and say and put corrections out on social media. For example, there were stories that mosques have been attacked and such like. These were blatantly untrue. What they then did, well, the effect of that was to stir up the Muslim community to then launch attacks on Hindu temples. There were rumours about particular people visiting temples, which led to attacks on temples. All of this has stirred up hatred between the different communities completely unnecessarily. I'm very pleased that the police now seem to have a very strong handle on what to do in Leicester and in certain other parts of the country to assuage this. But I am seriously concerned that this is starting to create completely unnecessary tensions between people of different religions, particularly between, obviously, the Hindu and Muslim religions. We've
Absolutely,
heard,
and Mr. Blackman, you know, you've in your intervention also drawn attention to the government to the upcoming Hindu festival, which is Navratri. But on that note, I just want to ask you, what do you think is emboldening the Islamist hate mongers?
Well, unfortunately, there's been a long-term policy, and I think we should emphasise here, this is a very small minority of individuals who preach this hatred against the Hindu religion, but they stir up other people, and they manage to stir up the sort of strength of feeling that forces them then to launch these physical attacks. I've been told, and there was a demonstration outside the Indian High Commission just a day or so ago, on this particular issue from Islamists, which is completely unacceptable. They need to understand that this is not going to succeed and is totally, as I say, unacceptable. There are strong rumours of other demonstrations planned outside Hindu temples across the United Kingdom. And my simple answer to that is everyone has got the right to peaceful protest in this country. Peaceful protest is one thing. You cannot and must not stir up religious hatred between communities. What we want is people to be able to celebrate, as they have done for countless years in the United Kingdom.
You know, Mr. Blackman, I'm glad that you've taken a position against hate. You're calling it out, and we hope that the government takes action and swift action at that. We've run out of time. Thank you once again, Mr. Blackman, for speaking to Times Now.